It's Reese TV!
What up, Mewtwo? My name is Sharice. Welcome to Reese TV. Glad that you're here. And today, we're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch presentation. This subject should be less controversial than talking about Agnes Mo. Well, at least I know how to deal with Nintendo fanboys because I married one. One that will not let me get a PlayStation 4, even though I really want to play Kingdom Hearts. But I have refrained from giving him the puppy dog face mainly because I can't justify getting a PlayStation 4 just for a couple of games. However, with Nintendo's introduction of Cloud, one can only hope that Kingdom Hearts is next. Maybe, just maybe, if we chant Kingdom Hearts, maybe Nintendo will put Kingdom Hearts on the Switch. Let's try it out. Kingdom Hearts! Kingdom Hearts! Kingdom... Okay, so that's it for my Dora the Explorer moment. But the Nintendo Switch presentation was absolutely beautiful. It seemingly did not hold anything back when it came to presenting Nintendo's latest and greatest. What particularly caught my eye was the possibilities of using the Nintendo's new controllers, where they showed that the controllers can actually mimic different objects. But even though the controller was the main spotlight, I mainly wanted those graphics that they were showing around the controller and the man that was holding it. And of course, you cannot have a Nintendo Switch presentation without showing Nintendo's main games, mainly Mario, Zelda, and Xenoblade. Of course, we got some promises of other games for the 100th time, but we're just going to talk about these three games. First, the Super Mario Odyssey trailer was definitely a different take on Mario in that we have never seen Mario in the real world, even though this world is called New Donk City, which pretty much means to me that this is a city that is based off of New York City. And unfortunately for Game Theory, he looks about 3 feet as opposed to the 5.3 feet as was calculated in one Game Theory video. In this trailer, we see a Bowser that looks like a pimp, and he is holding Peach, which makes it look like Peach is actually a lady of the night. However, in getting more information about this game, we find out that Bowser once again has kidnapped Peach, and this time he is trying to marry her. Now, when I first heard this news that he is trying to marry Princess Peach, it did shine some light on another theory that the game theorist said was that Bowser just needs a mother for his children, which is why he constantly kidnaps Princess Peach. Now, because another video on that channel explains that Princess Peach just stages all this, it kind of messes up with the stakes. It's like, why am I going through all this trouble, potentially dying I don't know how many times, just to rescue this woman who actually planned all of this? Now, very much like the Nintendo 64 Mario, this Mario has a lot of moves, which was definitely lacking in the Marios that came between. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention is that for every Nintendo presentation of consoles after the Nintendo 64, I judge it on the Nintendo 64. I believe that the Nintendo 64 was Nintendo's best. Now, I could actually be biased mainly because the Nintendo 64 was the first console that I actually beat a game on. I actually beat a Mario game for the very first time on N64. So I could actually be very partial to the Nintendo 64. Yes, the other games improved on the graphics, making things look more realistic or just plain beautiful, in taking into consideration Zelda Wind Waker, where you play as Toon Link in this very Toon world. But we will talk more about that when we talk about the new Zelda game. Now, in going back to the Mario game, there was another feature that was added to Mario, and that was that his hat is now an animated object, which makes this one scene where Bowser stomps on the hat more gruesome. It reminded me of Portals when you got rid of your companion cube and the lady was getting on you about getting rid of your companion cube. Now let's talk about Xenoblade 2. I personally have not played any of the Xenoblade series. However, I have watched my husband play both Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X. And the one thing that I have noticed as to the difference between each game is the way that each character is displayed. Where the first Xenoblade looked very Final Fantasy inspired, the Xenoblades afterwards have gone a more anime route, where the eyes are bigger. Now, I believe that it works well when it comes to cinematics. It kind of looks like an anime, but then when you're doing the gameplay, it just doesn't translate well for me. But outside of that, of course, Xenoblade has beautiful visuals. Now let's talk about Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is a game that has been displayed or demoed way before this presentation. Visually, it looks like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker had a baby and came out with this game. It's cartoony, but it still has a little bit of grit that would probably satisfy both the fans of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Now for the actual presentation, there wasn't much that Nintendo can show that was new to the audience since they have played this game for at least 2 months. Also, they have been playing it on the actual Wii U, and they have a comparison video to display as to how the graphics look on the Wii U and how the graphics look on the Nintendo Switch. Now, the only thing that was shown on this trailer that had me like, holy crap, was how Ganon looks. He looks bigger and badder and actually threatening. He's a freaking cloud of smoke. I'm not sure how you fight a cloud of smoke when basically you are left to your own devices. But I'm pretty sure that Nintendo has found a way that is fun and not frustrating. Oh, but by the way, in talking about Zelda, did anybody else notice the Zelda boss that just snuck its way into the Mario game? I was like, why are you here and not over there? But anyway, that's all I have to say about my first impression of the Nintendo Switch presentation. Tell me, what did you think? Let's talk nerdy in the comments below. If you like this video, please give this video a like and a share. If you want to make sure that you are notified about my videos, please click that bell. But anyway, until the next video, I'm gonna catch you later. Bye-bye.